All right, we're gonna start wide, second position, rock your hips back and forth. Really try to make that semicircle motion. It's not necessarily a circle because the hips don't move that way, but it's more like an oval, semi-oval. Arms out to the side. Start with both palms facing down, and as you rock your hips to the left, you're going to take your left hand or your right hand and turn it palm up and bring the elbow in towards you, and then you're going to twist your other shoulder the other way and then back to the center, and twist and center, and twist and center, twist, up, twist, up, twist, 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 twist. 5, 6, 7, 8. Arms out. Turned out legs this time, and really using your turnout muscles, sending your knee as far back as it'll go. You're gonna rock right and stretch, left, stretch, right, stretch, left, stretch. Really focus on your shoulders being back and down. Stretch, left, stretch. Your chest is pressing forward and up, left, stretch, right, stretch, left, stretch, right, hold, left arm across, stretch and turn, and back to the center, and stretch. Left, arm across, stretch towards the left. This is twisting at the waist, and back, and left, across, and stretch, and back, and up. Left, twist. Sorry, I skipped one. Up, and stretch your knees. Turn your legs back in, keep it nice and wide. Going flat back forward. Your hips should stay in the same position. Well, so your hips are tilting, but from your hips down, your legs should stay where they are. You shouldn't be leaning back any. So forward and over and hold. Again, keeping the shoulders down and back. Your arms active. Don't lock your knees. Right, take your arms, pull them down in front of you, and lower further. left hand is touching the floor. And back to center. And twist. So that your right hand touches the floor. And center. And twist. The other way. And center. Last time. Just twist. Twist. And center. And raise up from the flat back. And walk up. Shake out your legs. Wide second. And sink down. Not touching your knees this time. And stretch. Releve. Try to hold it. Maybe. And lower. Make sure your second is nice and wide. And grand plie one more time. And up and releve. And lower. And all the way down. So this time, your legs are a little further closer. Even closer. You're dropping your butt as far down as it'll go. This is no longer an attempted grand plie, and it's just comfortable. Use your knees to keep, or use your elbows to keep your knees out to the side, and try to relax your thighs.
Easy for you to say.
I know. It's not easy, but it's good to learn. Being able to
I can tell
isolate.
it will be sore tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Being able to isolate and either tense up or completely relax whatever muscles you want to is very good for you. Especially for someone who is sitting in an office all day. Alright. You're gonna rock all of your weight onto your right leg. Stretch the left out to the side. Your right heel is up in the air right now. Alright, while you're here, straighten your back, point your left toe, and try to balance here. We're gonna hold that for 3, 2, 1, and down. Alright, bring the left foot back in. Switch so that all your weight is on your left leg. Stretch the right one out. Trick to this is to try to get from your knee to your toe in one straight line. Try to straighten your back and hold for 3, 2, 1, and down. Right, from here, come to the middle. And your chest is facing down. Your elbows should be connected to your legs. So you're kind of, it's almost as though you're planting,
The froggy.
yeah, to do that fun yoga balance pose, but we're not doing that. Kind of rock and try to relax. All right. From here, you're gonna send your hips up to the sky. Keep your hands on the floor. And relax your head. Bend your knees, but only go down halfway. And stretch. When you're here, you're going to rock all of your weight onto your heels. Lift up the balls of your feet. And come down. And rock into your toes. Down. Rock to your heels. And down. Rock to your toes. And down. Turn your heels, or turn your toes forward. And walk yourselves out to a straddle plank. And press back. From your hands to the top of your butt should be one straight line. And releve. And lower. Releve. Lower. Come back to plank. And drop the heels and your butt. Keep your hands or arms straight. Bend your knees. The video can barely see me. Mary, can you see me?
Yeah.
Good. From here, keep your legs like in the same position, but you're sitting back so that you're in child's pose. Maybe don't put your face on the floor. Yeah. When you're here, really focus on spreading the back out, flattening it. And here, walk your hands up. Yes. Put your weight into your arms and spread your legs to a straddle to sit back. Yeah? And then walk yourself back so that you can sit down.
Oh, shit.
Without hurting yourself.
Yeah, well.
Alright, we're gonna sit here for a second. Back straight, shoulders down and back. And just moving your waist. You're going to go back to your left and center to the right and center. Your shoulders should stay on the same level and right. Point your toes left and right. Flex your feet left and right. Point your toes left and right. Flex your feet left and right. From here, back to the center. Flex your feet, arms out to the side. You're going to twist and reach for your opposite foot. Try to touch. Like that's the eventual goal. Twist and touch, center. Twist and touch, center. Twist and touch, center. Twist and touch, center. Twist, center. Twist, center. With this one you are leaning your whole torso. I don't quite remember which one I started with. I think I started with the left. So we're gonna do left one more time. And left, right. One last time. And come center. Now, you're gonna take your hands, press them So you're going to grasp right above your knee. You're going to use your hands to keep your leg facing up. So if you relax it completely, your knees start facing in a forward direction. We want to make sure that your legs stay pointing back. So you're going to put your hands there and you're going to relax your legs again. Really focusing on the thighs, because they are what generally works while you're in a position like this. They are what works to keep your legs where they're supposed to be. So press back, keep your back straight. So you always want to be pressing forward on your pelvis. You always want your hips to be tilted slightly forward and your knees to be tilting back. In ballet, there is always a sense of one part of your body is trying to force itself into one direction and the other, a jointing joint or part of your body is trying to face a different direction, which is then what, weirdly enough, makes it so that you can balance. It's very weird, but somehow it works. All right, so let go. Take your hands up, lean forward. If you can, put your elbows on the floor. And slowly start walking yourself forward. And walk up. All right, bring your legs to butterfly. Press your knees down and lean forward, giving a nice flat back. So you're sideways, knees down. From the tip of your head to right about here-ish should be one straight line. As far down as you can. Twist and lean over one of your knees. And up. Twist the other way and down. Really press the opposite knee towards the floor. It starts coming up, that kind of negates stretch. And back to the side. All right, you're gonna lie back. Put your heels so that they are about in line with your sits bones. Elbows down. They can be all the way, your hands can be all the way down, or they can be up, resting in some way or another. And try to walk your heels back so that they're as close to your butt as they can be. And then you're going to press your hips up so that from your shoulders to the tips of your knees are one straight line. Down. Really relax your lower back, but try to keep your legs engaged. And up, work the butt. And try to elevate your legs, your feet. And lower your feet, but keep your butt up. To re-walk your heels up. Do that one more time. And butt up. Really working the inner thighs, top of your thighs, and your butt. And releve. And lower the heels. And lower. And let your legs fall out to butterfly. Press the knees down. Feel the stretch in your hips. All right, relax your legs, stretch them forward. Arms out to the side, planted your toes. You're going to lift yourself up, the flaps back. And finish. All right, Mary, how you feeling?
I can hardly move. I know tomorrow I'll be one mess.
Well,
I guess I just don't stretch in between my legs and on the outside of that part of the leg like I should, because it is, oh gosh, is it sore to do that. I mean, it is just painful.
well, and it could just be that in your everyday life, like, those are just muscles that are naturally tight, which means you have to work harder when it comes time to stretch to loosen them up. Like, I know that the muscles around my hips hate loosening. So I always have to spend an extra 10-15 minutes just to try and wake up the muscles around my hips and sometimes my ankles, and my back. My back really likes being tense.
And my right knee is the one that I locked up in class on Monday, and it's still super tight. So
Plie relevant.
yeah.
She hates when I tell her that.
No. It's good to be reminded.
And it's good to remember when you're doing something as simple as a plie releve, a lot more of your muscle is used than you think. So if all you're doing is jumping into releve and then falling out of it into a plie without using the muscles around your knees or your ankles or your hips, then it's not really doing anything for you in terms of warming you up or helping your mobility. But if you really focus on, it's not tensing, but utilizing the muscles around those joints and making it one seamless motion that, like, from the beginning of the plie to the releve and then back to the plie is one seamless motion, as opposed to I'm up and I hold for a few seconds and I'm down and I hold for a few seconds.
Okay.
It's like the same kind of thing goes into if you walk downstairs and you bounce through the steps, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But if you want a little extra workout for whatever reason, I did this to myself in high school. I decided that I was going to work myself out further. If you make the motion from the beginning of the steps to the top one seamless, never-ending thing, as opposed to you step up and you like lock your knee until you wait to step up with the next one, then you lock that knee as you stretch it, and then you keep going. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's the same idea. like you'll get more out of the exercise if you make it a slow, steady, seamless motion. You can still get up and down the stairs just as fast that way as you would if you were jerking your way through it. Just like you'll still get done with relevés and pliés, the same speed. You can do them just as fast or just as slow if you do them quote unquote correctly, and it's better for you.
Yeah, I can see that.
I swear, one of the
I'll
reasons.
tell my body that tomorrow when it won't move.
Well, then there's always the point when you're doing something you've done every day. Monday, for whatever reason, I was standing at the instructor's station, and I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. I locked my knees, and so I was probably there for 5 minutes, intently working on something. When I took a step to move, all of a sudden it was like, uh-oh, that was dumb, and my knee did that little buckle thing it does, and then it hurt. So that was how I started teaching Monday morning. That was kind of cute, but it's it didn't bother me the rest of the day, but I can tell each morning this week that knee has been just a little bit tight.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I forgot, and I tweaked it again when we did that one maneuver. Yeah, that's okay. So
Yeah.
there's the never-ending, which part of your body are you going to overuse or not warm up enough to do what you're doing?
And the strange part about it is the older you get, the more you have those little glitches.
Yeah.
Like when I was in middle school, when I first started dancing seriously, I could go into a class without stretching at all.
Wow.
Yeah, all of us could. Well, I could then too.
And then I got to high school, and first, not only were the classes more intense and more vigorous, and therefore required more stretching, but my body wasn't moving in the ways that it was when I was younger. And like, she's ready to go. She's ready.
Now here.
I know.
I know.
It's fine. Yes, but I don't get to talk to Mary that often, and I canceled last week.
I know.
So, all right. Let's go ahead and do pliés. I won't make it too aggressive because of the Ron pliés that I made you do a second ago. I want you guys to keep coming to my class, not decide I'm trying to kill
Don't
you.
worry, we're going to keep coming, even if we can't move the next day.
All right, I'll be here. Yes. So 5, 6, 7, 8, and demi, stretch, demi, stretch, Ron, 6 up, 7, 8. Quarter bra forward, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, tendu side, 7, lower, 8. Demi plie, releve, 3, 4, plie, pop the heels, 7, 8. Quarter bra into the bar for 4, up 5, 6, tendu to 4th. Ooh, this is more important. So in 4th, same thing as 2nd. Demi plie, releve. Keep the legs turned out. Plie, releve. Plie, pop the heels, stretch, lower. Quarter bra away from the bar. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Regular demi, demi, grand, 7, 8. You know, I changed my mind. We're gonna do that same thing in all 4. So demi, 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 pop, stretch, lower in all 4 positions, 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th. in fourth and fifth in particular, you're going to have to focus on keeping your legs as turned out when you come down as you do when you go up. Because the tendency will be for your feet to slip a little bit and you get caught on yourself and you end up landing your fifth on top of yourself. So it turns into up and down. I've got my heel on the top of my arch, which then just hurts.
Okay.
And we don't want to
Right.
do. And that same idea is going to come in later when we do jumps, which is why,
That's why I keep landing on my toe when I'm jumping. Okay.
because for whatever reason, the brain and the muscles tell us that it's different in fifth and fourth than it is in first and second, even though your feet are in the same positions, like your feet are ending facing the same way in first, second, fourth, and fifth. Does that make sense? Was that too much?
No.
Okay.
Okay, at the end we're going to go back to first, and then regular plie, stretch, plie, releve, to hold the arms in first. Now, this is generally one of our easier ones to do, so when you get comfortable and you feel as though you can hold on, or you can let go and you can hold for a few seconds, I want you to move your arms one at a time to second. And then if you can do that, one at a time up to third without hurting yourself. If what needs to happen is that you just stop in second, that's all right. You ready?
Okay. I think I can try, yeah.
All right. 4 count intro. 6, 7, 8, and demi, releve, demi, releve, demi, pop the heels, releve, open, lower, quarter rock forward, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, tendu side, lower to second, and demi, releve, demi, releve, demi, pop the heels, releve, and lower, quarter rock into the bar, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, tendu, bring it forth, and demi, releve, demi, releve, demi, up the heels, releve, lower, quarter roll away from the bar, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, tendu to fifth, demi, releve, demi, releve, demi, pop the heels, stretch, lower, quarter ball back, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, open the arms, tendu first, plie, releve. When you're comfortable, move one arm at a time to second. When you're comfortable, move one arm at a time to third. And open the arms to allongé to lower to finish.
Not bad. That's pretty good.
Good. You're working through that releve.
Yeah.
One seamless motion. Should take the whole 2 counts to plie and the whole 2 counts to releve.
So you don't stop anywhere. You're just constantly moving. Okay.
And it's the same idea throughout all of plies. So even when you're going demi-stretch, demi-stretch, grand, the idea is that you're never stopping any movement. You're never, other than that demi, pop the heels, and stretch in this combination here, that's the only part that is even roughly sharp.
Hesitation?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Otherwise, everything in plies, at least, should be one seamless motion without any stop.
All right.
Questions? All right. Second side. 6, 7, 8. Demi. Releve. Demi. Releve. Demi. Top of heels. Stretch. Lower. Quarter rock forward. 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, tonic second, lower, demi, releve, demi, releve, demi, hold the heels, stretch, lower, forward rock in the bar, 2, 3, 4, and up, 6, tendu to 4th, and demi, releve, demi, releve, demi, up the heels, stretch, and lower, forward roll away from the bar, 2, 3, 4, close the arms through first, 6, tendu to 5th, plie, releve, plie, releve, plie, tuck the heels, stretch, and lower. Forward rock back, 2, 3, 4, up, 5, 6, open the arms, tendu first, plie, releve. You're comfortable? Move the arms to second. When you're comfortable, move the arms to third. Open arms, allongé, and lower, stretch. Alright. How do we feel?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's go ahead and do tendus nice and slow from first. Let's round it up. Tendus nice and slow from first. 5, 6, 7, 8. Head to the side, tendu front, flex, turn in, turn the head forward, turn out, turn the head side. Point, close first plie, releve, and close with stretched legs, stretched knees. So instead of ending in plie, we're going to just lower with your knees nice and straight into plie. not into plie, into first.
Okay.
Same thing to the side. Undo side, head out to the side, flex, turn in, turn head front, turn out, turn head side, point, close to plie, stretch, lower, straight knees. And back, turn head to side, flex, turn in, head front, turn out, head side, point, close first plie, releve, lower, releve, lower, releve, lower, releve, lower, releve, lower.
Arms are moving through
Arms
second.
first, third, second, and
First.
down. Questions? You got anything, Mary? Are you good?
I think I'm good.
All right. So it's nice and slow. Those four at the end are eleves, which means they do not have any plie at all.
And you call it an elevate?
Yes.
Okay.
That is what I call it. I remember when I first started learning that there was a difference between releve and eleve, and the way that my brain put it was that a releve with a plie has an R in front, which is an extra thing, which is an extra step. Eleve
Oh, okay.
does not have the R,
Just elevate.
which means that you don't have a plie.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true, or if that is what it's supposed to be, but it's how I use it.
That's okay, as long as it works.
All right, slow 4-count intro. 6, 7, arms side, head side. Tongue in front, flex a foot, turn in, head forward, turn out, head side. Point, close and plie, releve, and lower straight legs. Tongue side, and flex, turn head in, and out. Point, close plie, releve, lower straight knees. Tongue back, and flex, turn head forward, and out. Point, close first plie, releve, and lower. Releve, lower, elevate, lower, elevate, lower, elevate, lower.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Good. I'm glad you approve. All right. Questions before we do the other side?
Now, that's a cute little top thing you've got on. What is that, one piece?
It is. It's very comfortable.
It's cute. Looks cute on you.
Thank you. Nice. The only downside is that it's very low cut. Like this is where it ends, like
Oh, gosh.
here, and then down to
Really?
here, which means that
Oh, yeah.
it
Overall,
That's where
there has to be an undershirt.
there has to be an undershirt, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's like I'm very
A
happy.
tank top would do it.
Yeah, which is what I've got on. But it likes to slide up my hips, which means I gotta put it back down every once in a while. All right, questions before we do the other side?
No?
All right, 4-count intro. 6, 7, 8. Tongue in front, flex, turn in, head front, turn out, head side. Point, close to plie, releve, lower straight. Tongue side, flex, turn in, head in, turn out, head side. Point, listen, plie, releve, lower straight. Tandis back, and flex. Turn in head front, turn out head side. Point, close to plie, releve, lower. Releve, lower, elevate, lower, elevate, lower, elevate, lower. All right. How do we feel?
Yeah. Good.
Good. Okay. Tendus from fifth, a little quicker. Okay. Okay, so 2 tendus forward, arms to side. Forward, 2, jeté, arms to third, 2. Side, 2, jeté, 3, 4. Arms to side for back, tendu 2, jeté, arms to arabesque 3, 4, jeté forward, jeté back, jeté side, side.
Inside. Okay. Inside, then outside.
Hmm?
Inside to the side, then outside to the side.
Yes, so outside front, inside back, outside side, inside side. I think, no, so I started here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2,
2.
okay.
Start front first. Inside front, outside side, inside side, outside side. Does that make sense?
Now do that again.
Okay, so you should end the two tendus, 2 jetés with your right leg back if we're doing the right side. You'll start the switcheroonie, guys. Left leg, or inside leg forward, outside leg back, inside leg side, outside leg side. So you should end with the same foot back, ready to do the back side. Which,
And then we're reversing it when you
I don't know.
say that.
I don't know. I think what I want you to do is pick up the inside leg su-su so that your left leg is in, so that your inside your left leg is in front, and then pick up the back leg to coupe back.
Okay.
And theoretically balance.
Okay.
I think for today, for that balance, just hold the hands to your chest so that you're focusing on everything being centered one over the other.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So 2 to tendu, 2 to jeté. 2 to tendu, 2 to... So for the side ones, you're going to close the first tendu front, second tendu side, first jeté front, second jeté back. I'm misspeaking a lot today. Okay. Did that... So 2 to the front, 2 tendus front, 2 jetés. 2 close front, side, close back, 2 side. 2 tendus back, 2 jetés side, jeté front, jeté back, jeté side, and plie, su-su, pick up the back leg coupe, and balance.
All right, let's give that a try.
I can always tell when you're
I think I
skeptical.
can get it. We have to do the front, back, side, side, but we'll see. I think I've got it, but for that little part.
I have faith in you. It's only slightly different than what we normally do.
Okay.
All right. 4, count intro.
Okay.
Careful not to kick, because that'll hurt.
Well, yeah.
Either one will hurt.
Yeah. Closer.
All
I
right.
already figured out where I need to not kick my chair. Didn't think about your chair.
4, count intro. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Tommy forward. 2, arms up, jeté. 2, side, close front. Side, close back, jeté, jeté. Tommy. 2, jeté, jeté, jeté. Forward, back, side, side. Plie, sous-sus. Coupe. And arms where they need to be. Shoulders down. And back. Squeeze your butt. And sous-sus to finish. When you're ready.
Well, somehow I landed on my right leg instead of my left. Somehow in that going forward, backward, side, side, I didn't do the right leg.
That's okay.
Somehow. I don't know how.
That is more than okay.
I just know when I looked over to see what you were doing, I was on the wrong leg.
That's all right. Honestly, I'm amazed that I did it right. So, questions?
Nope, let's try here.
All right. 4, count intro. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Tendu forward. 2, jeté. 2, side, close front, back, jeté, jeté. Tendu back. 2, jeté, jeté. Back, front, back, side, side. Plie, sous-sus. Coupe. There's the arms that need to be. Shoulders down. And back. Hold. Close to sous-sus to finish. Whew.
Well, I don't know if I got that leg right or not. I ended up on the right leg. Still in it.
Good.
So I think I didn't.
Well,
I don't know how I got mixed up right there, but I did it on both sides.
so you're standing up on your right leg for this last one?
Yeah,
Then you were right.
and so, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I switched it up for you guys.
Never mind.
So you're...
Oh, that's right. No, that's right. That's the leg that's cramping. Okay.
All right. Let's go ahead and do rond de jambes, and then we'll do frappes and leg swings. So for rond de jambes, start. We're gonna do en l'air. We're gonna start en l'air. 5, 6, 7, 45 degrees. 1, 2, 3. Hold, close up to passe. And so 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and okay, I got it. I finally got it. 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3, and open to tendu for front. And 1, 2, 3,
Are the ronde-jambs all the same speed?
No. Okay, so
So
the
the first two are fast and then
first
the
two take
slow.
one count.
And then
Second two take two counts.
Okay.
And then I think what you need to do is come to coupe back 45 degrees to start the whole thing in reverse. So reverse, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and tendu back. And 1, 2, 2 slow, and 7, 8, tendu A, inside leg back, quarter bra front, stretched knee, up and back, up, plie, leg still in tendu, half turn to passe. I don't know how well it's gonna go for me tonight since I apparently have no balance today, but
Don't worry about it.
questions.
I'm not getting such a good experience here either.
Well, it's just a group bad day, which is fine. Questions?
So when you're doing that little thing where you're making that little oval shape,
Yes.
going into your, so to go in, you go in and then back out. But to go back, you go in and then back out.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that, obviously.
So if this is my passe and right here is my knee, you're going to bring your leg into passe, forward a little bit, and then back out for the first set. So in, straight in, forward, out. In, forward, out. In, forward, out. For the second set, which are in reverse, you're going to, instead of going straight to passe, you would go forward, then to passe, then out. Forward, passe, out. Forward, passe, out.
Oh, okay.
Okay. In, passe, out, in,
Passe in, passe in,
Forward.
out, passe forward, out, forward, passe out. Okay, so the whole that's why it looks like it's the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
because it's in the same space.
Yeah.
Okay, it makes better sense now.
Yeah. At no point does your leg go behind
Okay.
to do that.
Oh, God.
Okay.
That's-
okay.
that's
so
a
it's not
no.
behind.
Nope, no
Okay.
behind. It's all in the front quadrant
Okay.
of your body. If this was a graph,
Uh-huh.
and the
So,
front
yeah.
half of your body was the top of the graph, and the back half of your body was
So
the bottom
you're,
of the graph.
you're hitting the same points, you're just doing them in the reverse,
In the reverse order.
That isosceles triangle
Yeah.
is, you're doing, okay, that makes sense.
Geography. That's wrong.
Geology.
I got that boy.
Geometry.
Geometry. That's what it is.
One
Math.
of those geo things.
There are so many. Okay.
We get some math in here.
Yeah.
But that arm thing was that was really explaining it. Even if I had to stand here and do this with my arm and do it with my leg, I would certainly learn it.
Good. I don't know if the video caught it, but you caught it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So that's what matters
I
right now.
got that.
All right. 4 count intro. Left side. You're gonna do 3 at 45 degrees, 3 at 90 degrees. And then come back to passe, down to tendu forward, and then all of our regular run jumps. 4 count intro. 6. Coupe and out. And 1, 2, 3, passe out. And 1, 2, 3, passe tendu forward. And 1, 2, slow and around. Slow and around. Bring it to coupe and 45 degrees. Reverse. 2, 3, passe out. And reverse. 2, 3, passe tendu back. And one quick. 2, slow, and around. I got the music back and around. Ton lié forward. Quarter bra front. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Quarter bra back. 2, 3, 4, up 5, 6, plie, passe. To finish when you're ready. Mom had a very nice hold there.
Finally, 5 years into it.
Good for you.
It's fine. I fell like directly out of it, so it is what it is.
It's on my strong side. That helps.
All right, questions before we do the other side?
No, let's try.
All right. 4 count intro. 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, passe 90 degrees. And 1, 2, 3, passe 20 forward. And 1, 2, slow, and around, slow, and around, to coupe back, and 45 degrees. Reverse. 2, 3, passe out. 1, 2, 3, passe tendu back. And 1, 2, slow, and around. Slow back, and around, ton lié, tendu back. Quarter bra forward. 2, 3, 4, up 5, 6, 7, 8. Tendu back, or quarter bra back. 2, 3, 4, up 5, 6, plie, try to passe. All right, how are we feeling?
Yeah.
Good.
All right, frappes and then nice leg swings. Really relax the hips with that one. So, start 5, 6. We're gonna try to start adding the preparation back into this. So for a while, the preparation was too much while we were still trying to figure out what frappes were in general. So I just had you guys lift straight from 5th into the frappe position. Technically, it is supposed to go from 5th, tendu side, bring it a flexed foot to the frappe position, and then you start with whatever direction you need to go. This music is particularly brisk. So with Caroline's music in particular, it's going to be much easier because it has a nice, slow 4 count intro. So you have enough time to do 5, 6, 7, 8. mine is quick enough that you have to treat it like a 2-count intro. So instead of having the nice second to breathe and figure out what you're doing, you have to go immediately into tendu and flex.
So music starts and you're out and, okay.
And flex. Yeah, so we're gonna try that today.
Okay.
And then theoretically, I want you guys to try it on Saturday too. So 2 to the front, 2 to the side. 1 front, 1 side, double front, double side. 2 to the back, 2 to the side. 1 back, 1 side, double back, double side. Do we understand where the doubles are supposed to go?
Pretty much, yeah.
Doesn't
It's called
make
getting
it,
to do
but
it.
at least theoretically, yeah.
Right, so the double, a whole double frappe, as we know, is supposed to take the same amount of time as a single frappe.
Yep.
What we're going to do after that is petit battement. So you've just done your double back, double side, yes. You're going to bring your leg to coupe forward, and you're going to rapidly switch it from coupe forward to coupe back and back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and releve. 5, 6, 7, 8. Of passe, 2, 3, 4, back to coupe, 6, 7, 8. Coupe forward. And then you're going to bring it up to attitude front. This is another one that we're just going to hold our shoulders where they need to be. So that should be just enough music to bring us into the next song, which will be our rondeggiant music again. So we're just going to try to hold the balance for as long as you can. Let me know if and when you fall out of it, and
Okay.
we will go from there.
Okay.
Questions about the combination? No?
No.
All right. Quick 4-count intro, immediately tendu side and up. And tendu and up. Front, 2, side, 2. 1 front, 1 side, double front, double side. 2 back, 2 side. 1 back, 1 side, double back, double side. Petit battement. 2, 3, 4. Releve. 6, 7, 8. Bring up to passe. 2, 3, 4. Back to coupe. 6, 7, 8. Attitude front. Arms where they need to be. Nice.
Coming down.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
All right. How do we feel?
Okay.
Well,
All right. I know there's something that I've started doing recently. And by recently, I mean just since, in the time since I've actively started taking ballet classes again, I've realized my core has gone bye-bye. So one of the things that you really need to do when you go from a flat heel on the floor position to a releve position is you really need to engage the core so that you don't leave your torso behind and then have to figure out how to get it back where it's supposed to be. Or, even better, lead with the torso and then try to get the hips where they're supposed to be. So engage
so where are
those
the hips supposed to be?
The hips. Here we are. Actually, you can't see me. Move further here so that you can see me on this horribly white couch. Your hips are supposed to stay exactly where they are, in line with your shoulders. You're supposed to go up. And you're shifting your weight, like, it's the 4 inches from your heel to your toe. So instead of either going up and up, or up and up. You really want to suck and go up together. Caroline's been talking a lot about. Caroline's been talking. You go first, Mary.
No, that was all right. I just said that your hips can't move then.
Yeah.
They do, you're out of whack.
Yep. And it'll also hurt you anytime you try to do a turn. Because these are things that get turns periodically, and they're really fun when you get to turn them. But if you try to turn and something's not quite aligned, then you just fall. Caroline's been talking a lot the last couple weeks about that stacking and about that alignment. And she wants your toe to be in line with the center of your body. So the line from the top of your head to the center of your toe when you're trying to balance should be straight. So this inside leg here should be the straight leg, or the straight line that bisects your torso as you stand on top.
So is your toe on the inside of your leg when you're doing that?
So I'm here, I'm here. That makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. Boy, it makes a difference if you can keep your hips and your shoulders straight, boy, in how you balance.
Yeah.
But I'll forget that.
Oh, whenever in the heat of the moment, in the heat of the class, in the heat of the combination, you always forget what's happening. Your body's just trying to do the combination. So trying to do the combination and pay attention to what your body is actually supposed to be doing. Whew. All right, let's do the left side real quick. And then we'll do leg swings. And we'll try for center for a couple minutes. Quick intro, and tendu, and fronts. Front, two, side, two. Front, one, side, two. Double front, double side. Two for back, two for side. One back, one side, double back, double side. Petit pas ma. 2, 3, 4. Releve. 6, 7, 8. Up passe. 2, 3, 4. And down. 6, 7, 8. And attitude front.
Down.
Yeah.
All right. How'd that side feel?
About the same as the other side. It wasn't bad.
That's good. There we go. This way. All right, last thing in the center, leg swings, and then we'll take a few seconds to clear up space and grab water.
Okay.
Leg swings, make sure to go through a full first position every time. So you want your whole foot to be on the floor. You want to relax your leg in that position. And then you want to whack your leg, whack it as high up as it'll go, either front, back, or whichever side. You don't want to place it in a comfortable place because then you're not really stretching anything.
Okay, all right.
And the same idea here that we've talked about in Caroline's class a couple times, where you have an explosive upwards motion and then a controlled downwards motion to your first position, and then explosion in first. Explosion, controlled first. Same idea. You'll actually work the muscles a lot more doing this than you will any other way. Ready?
Okay. Yeah.
4, count intro. 5, 6, 7, 8. Front, back, front, back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Side, across, side, across. Turn out, across, turn out, across. Left foot front, back, front, back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn out, across, side, across. Turn out, 6, 7, 8. And walk it off.
Oh, wow. That does make a difference in how that feels.
Yep.
I'm going to get a drink of water.
All right. Good. Whew. Oh, jeez. It is hot. Huh. Okay. 20 minutes.
Of course, I had to go down the wrong way.
Oh, yeah. Happens all the time. Okay. We are not going to do tondus today. We are going to do jumps. The funny thing about the different disciplines of dance is they all have different names for things, even if the different names are the same names for a different step.
Really?
Yeah, so
Oh my gosh, that is confusing.
it can be. So like, for example, at bar, I do jetés and Caroline does dégagés. That's just a difference in what school she learned from and what style. Whereas I learned Vaganova from during my middle school and high school years. I learned Vaganova. She most likely learned something that was more along the lines of Balanchine, which is its own special brand of torture. But one of the things, since she started teaching supersos, so I taught you guys that a sauté in fifth was jumping up and down and landing in the same fifth that you jumped from. She's teaching it where a sauté in fifth is a superso, and that's not incorrect by my school standards. It's not incorrect, because I remember Yuri taught us superso as well, but as a weird larger jump where you'd start in fifth and you'd end in the same fifth, and your legs would stay in susu the whole time, but instead of it just being a small up and down motion, it was a travel forward and down.
Oh gosh. Well, what happens if a girl that's doing ballet goes from where you learned it and goes to another ballet company that's, say, Balanchine, then they don't have they have to learn that then, right?
Mm-hmm. You relearn and you readjust.
Yeah.
One of my friends while I was in high school that I danced with for a really long time, her name was Julia Ann. She did dance camps all the time while we were in high school, because she wanted to be a professional ballet dancer. And she was absolutely stunning. She did a really good job. But there were a lot of times where she would go from of a school, which is where we were learning, to a Balanchine or a, I'm forgetting any of the other names, any of the other disciplines.
Yeah, there's 2 different Russians and 1 French school
Yeah.
at least.
And then the Americans,
So, yeah.
which is Balanchine.
Yeah.
And she'd come back and she'd be like, you know, I like this version of turns better. Can I not do these here? And Yuri would just say, no, you're not allowed. It's because it's not my discipline. Or it's not
But
his
isn't it
version.
strange if that it's not a universal term?
Well, and it's all a literally all of it is a bastardized version of what it was originally. Because it did originate, it technically originated in Italy as an Italian folk dance. And then it moved to France, and it became the French court dance for men. And then next it moved to Russia, and it was the way for Peter the Great to Europeanize his court. But then they took it and they made it something that was theirs, because after he died and after Napoleon tried to, you know, conquer Russia and then failed miserably because he forgot that Russia's really cold. They decided that they hated anything French and they wanted to go back to their original roots of Russian folk dancing. So they took the ballet that they already had, they kind of kept the same names, but they also added in traditional Russian moves.
Oh, okay.
Separate from actual traditional Russian and Czechoslovakian and all of these.
And then the other part of it, it was oral culture for a very, very long time. They didn't write any of these moves down, so you learned the dance from someone else who had danced that role.
And if they're like me and like I call random things thingy-bobs, words that I don't remember.
As it moved down, it's kind of like when they whisper something in your ear and you have to tell it to the next person. By the time it gets to the end, it's a lot different.
Yeah, and then the other fun thing in Russia was you had the original court version, and then you had the slave version, because they were the slaves that were then forced to become dancers, and then they changed it a little bit, so you had the 2 Russian versions, and then America said, I want some of this, and we had all of those people that like meshed it all together, all 3 versions, and then added their own special like brand of crazy, because let's face it, Balanchine.
Okay, what are we doing in the center?
We're starting with jumps. We're gonna avoid that. We're not doing tandis today. We are just going to jump. So we're gonna start first position. I'm gonna keep my arms below this because we have a light that is like literally right here, and I don't want to tempt fate.
Yeah.
I've done that once in my life. It terrified me. I don't want to do it again. I've done it. It would even be the second time I did it in Lee's house too. Right. 4 jumps in first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move to second. 2, 3, 4. Right foot front. 2, 3, 4. Left foot front. 2, 3, 4. Changement. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Okay.
And then 4 changements at the end. So 8. You've just done 8. No. Échappés. Sorry. You've just done 8 changements. You're going to add 4 échappés at the end. Jumping échappés. So 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that'll take up 8 counts. Lots of jumps. Pliés. Doesn't matter how high your jump is. Try to get a nice deep plie. That is the more important part. I keep blocking my phone. I'm forgetting that I need it. Okay, let me see. nice and slow. You have lots of time to point your feet.
Okay.
Initially speaking, half of what gets you up and going is the fact that you are fully pointing your feet. All right.
All right.
4 count intro. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second, 2, 3, 4. Right foot front. 2, 3, 4. Left foot front. 2, 3, 4. Changement. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Patient in, out, in. 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice.
Wow. Whoa. All right.
Good warm up.
I'm panting.
All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and come from the corner. Okay, we're gonna have fun. So you're gonna start this with your left foot in front, facing your right corner. Your first jump is going to turn you a quarter of a turn to your left corner. And you're gonna start with a seesaw forward. So remember, seesaw, you jump, still alive, that's nice. You jump off of 2 feet, land on 1, and close the last one slowly. Or close the second leg slowly. 2. Third one, you're going to switch legs. So going to jump up, kind of do a changement, but instead of ending in 5th, you're gonna end with your now back leg in attitude back. So you're here, and out, coupe, awesome blade forward. Kind of?
Sort of. Yeah.
Okay. From here, you're going to seesaw to the right and switch fifths. Seesaw, seesaw left, seesaw right one more time, and you're going to bring it into a soutenu. So seesaw right, cross forward, and soutenu. Kind of? Kind of, sort of?
So the
Okay.
2,
Yeah,
at the
kind of
beginning,
like-
there's 2 seesaw.
Yes.
Okay, 2 seesaw and
Seesaw,
then
seesaw,
attitude back.
attitude, coupe, ensemble forward, front. Seesaw side, stretch, plie. Seesaw side, stretch, plie. Seesaw side, sous, and finish. We'll take a break and reposition ourselves, but that'll put us in line for the second side.
So we have our left leg in front facing the right.
Yes.
Okay. Right.
So you're jumping up from 2. Yeah. Up and forward.
Up and forward.
Yeah, so you have a forward motion. So up and forward, close fifth. Up and forward, close fifth. And then the third one, don't focus on it moving forward as much, focus more on landing your feet where they're supposed to. So instead of here, well, I mean, that's technically it, but I want you guys right now to focus more on getting this to attitude back without hurting yourselves than trying to move that one forward.
And what are we doing with our arms?
So, seesaw, seesaw, here, and close. Seesaw, C son, up to third to suit new. Kind of?
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of, sorta. All right.
And that first, so we start in facing the right
Yes.
corner, and how do we get ourselves
So,
to make that quarter turn?
so this is, again, one of the weird things about ballet, or about this particular move. You're going to keep your fifth, same thing, but you're just going to do a half turn. So it's kind of, or a quarter
Up in
turn,
the
so
air?
it's kind of like here, here, as if you were doing a saute in fifth, starting facing the front, and then you, by the end of your first, you're facing the side. Kind of?
Okay, so you twist in the air.
Yes. So
Okay,
mild twist in the air.
okay. And left foot forward?
Yes. What time does this class end, by the way? Pardon? What time does this class
I think
end?
it's supposed to be ending now.
Well, that's true. Why don't we do
An
this?
hour and a half?
Let's,
Yeah.
I think.
let's do this combination real quick, and then we'll call it a night.
Okay.
All right.
Let me see. Okay. Here we go. Boys jumped in variations. So start left foot in front, facing your right corner. And let's do this. 5, 6, 7, 8. Front, 2, attitude, assemble. Side, 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 soutenu, and finish.
All right. Not bad.
How do you think you did? I hear not bad from you,
Okay, all right.
and all right from over there.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
Oh Lord. It's been a long time. Now, do you agree with what I gave you per week?
I honestly haven't checked.
Oh,
I will check and then talk to you about it on Saturday.
You had it $10 a lesson, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I doubled it. Because I'm gonna tell you, Neil and I, we know when Neil gets ready to sell something that what he puts into it, they don't appreciate. They don't get it that he's charging not just for the picture, but for the time he puts in. And that's why I doubled it. You don't have to tell the others anything. Because we come from the same thing, with Neil being, doing a sculpture, and somebody says, "Oh, I want to buy that." And then when he tells them what it is, they say, "Well, why is it so much?"
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Yeah.
know, there's always sticker shock for the arts.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Totally.
I was talking to my dad the other day, and I'm going to say this, and we're going to do the other side, which incidentally is the right side. We started with the left on this one on accident. But I was talking to my dad the other day about the price of even like a beginner level classical tutu or professional grade tutu. And he's like, "What do you mean? What you made for the Averitt Center was like $500. And I said it was $500.
Yeah.
And he's like, "But you didn't get that." And I said, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah, I see. I understand that very much so. I do, and Neil really does.
Mm-hmm.
So, we just kind of decided we would decide what
Okay.
we thought you should be getting. And I mean, if those two little twins come back, you can still charge them $10. You don't have to tell them a thing. But I didn't feel good about that. And every time I complained to Neil, he would say, "Well, then why aren't you doing something about it? So I have done something about it now. That's what it's going to be.
Okay.
Thank Neil.
Thank you. Please thank Neil for me.
Yes, I will.
All right. Let's do the right side real quick, and then we'll call it a night.
Okay.
All right.
Or either.
Right
Okay.
foot in front.
This way.
Right foot in front. You're facing your left corner, and we'll be going towards the right one when we
Right.
start the combination.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Attitude. Ensemble. To left, right, left. Suiting you. And finish.
Well, I need work on that, but I'll get it.
Yeah.